we look at issue of the national U17 football team where they inside Senegal now for take part na the Wafu Zone A Nations Cup qualifier, but at World Common Sunday we say this team they don't disqualify them because 5 of the players them don't pass the age for play this competition, and less than 10 hours again another notice come on say they don't redo a test on them player, so say them not pass the age. But for make we talk on this, we get forget the executive director for National Sport Authority NSA na the studio. We get for talk on this, and also we get forget independent sport journalist. But before that, we want for join the head of media and marketing for the Salone Football Association, Ibrahim Kamara, for giving the latest on this one. Hello, good morning, Ibrahim, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salone.
Thank you very much. So basically, I want to start with, with the latest news. We in a very good news we get for do with the fact, in all of this saga, Sierra Leone has been recalled. Sierra Leone stated, and Sierra Leone has been cleared, for participating inside the ongoing, the forthcoming, under 17, Wafu Zone A, CAF. African Cup of Nations qualification. Now, just like you laid the basis earlier on, yes, we'll be receiving notification. First of all, this is not the stage of the competition we get for do with, age test or age qualification or age proof. In other words, if they participate in this particular category, you players, they all get for undergo the MRI test for ascertain them true ages for be sure say yes, indeed now under 17 players you submit for participating in the competition. Now, for prevent yourself from going into problems, we always make sure say we do a pre-test on all of the players. We all know saying as along with it, and this is Africa. Some people, not deliberately, but some people like in born and side, sometimes proper documentation can take place and all of that. So when parents them or managers bring forward their players and claim say this not their ages, we can always make sure say they undergo the age test preliminarily na Salone. And thank God we get medical centers, or if you like hospitals like EcoMed, we get the facility. So before we traveled with the team, we make sure say they undergo the preliminary MRI test. We say they've been cleared, they all for pass. For they within the age brackets required by CAF. And then the team traveled because CAF not they take your own age test results where they submit. They always get their own. You understand? And wherever they host the competition, in this case now Senegal, who say they conduct their own test for certify the players their ages them. So when we submitted these names, CAF go conduct the test, and then they report back to we say all other players pass except for 5, and the rule states that if 4 of you players then fail the test, then the whole team will be disqualified. And when the whole team is disqualified, even the cost will incur, go there on the federation as a way of punishment for that. So they notify way of done it, but we know say we don't do the job diligently and thoroughly, like I've been saying more earlier on, through EcoMed. So, and then we had to challenge the results, because this one came as a shock. We're surprised. We don't do we job diligently. We're sure that our players fall within the age brackets required by CAF. And then CAF, we launch an appeal. CAF accept we appeal because according to the statute, we get right for challenge, the results of players. If we think say waiting CAF do not correct, and CAF accepts the appeal, then conduct a retest on the 5 players. So when the retest was conducted, 2 of those 5 players were cleared. We mean say the one that we fail, still they within the required number for qualify we. So basically, then they notify after the retest now with the 2 players that don't be cleared, then come back to me and say, okay, the 5 players, we made a mistake on the 2 players. So therefore your team can come back your team is now qualified to, join us and play. So basically, we're so excited about this news because the most important thing is the fact that, the team is qualified, the country is qualified to join the others, for compete inside the under 17 WAFU A qualification. So that is the good news, and this was exactly what we did as a football federation for ensure, say, fairness is basically, given to us as a nation and to the players where we send. We were the ambassadors.
They can look at the impact we they get on the young boys them after we then don't prepare, then say they don't disqualify when then say when they inside the competition again. That now we will focus of discussion today. But now we look at Ibrahim as of February 2021 again. The FA being put out same release Usai then disqualify under 17 players then for the same age issues now Senegal for this competition again. So it means this not the first term. This not the second term where una they do una test, una go Senegal then say no, then player over age. What are the issues there now, or what wanna they do as a federation for ensure say things like this not continue with the under 17?
Okay, so first of all, you have to understand that Sierra Leone is not alone in this. Other nations obviously they go through the same thing, and you also have to understand that when they say MRI test, that's something we get for do with. Now, medically related something, it involves samples and interpretations. Just like with somebody, you will go sick person at this hospital, then go check them, then say you get diabetes, for example, and say get this, then say get this. You can move that same person, they go to another hospital. Another doctor will go tell you, say, no, you not get this, now this again, now that again, now that again. We're not in control of that. You understand? We do our own job thoroughly in terms of screening the players where they come in, where they engage them parents, them guardians, them wards, them for make sure, say, if you're bringing in your child for this particular competition, you have to ensure that they're within the age brackets. We do the job at that level thoroughly. But we not also they stop there, but they make sure, say, we do a preliminary test. It's expensive, but we ensure, say, we do them for prevent things like this. And from what we don't begin for do them, in this way, they do, and so we've never had a disqualification since 2021. So I believe, say, we're in the right footing and we're moving along in the right way. Because, like I say, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to ensure that Sierra Leone is within the competition and we're allowed to compete. Our boys are given the opportunity to participate. Errors can happen here and there. Like I say, it's now medical interpretations. That is something that we're not 100% in control of. We cannot do our own part. This doctor will not tell you say this. You understand? And then when you go to another place, another doctor instead of using your interpretation tell you another thing. For example, inside the same Senegal, one doctor say the two boys will not be cleared to fail. And then go. As a matter of fact, the retest was not done with the same doctor. They move on to another hospital for a different doctor. So this different doctor now, I'm going to tell you, say, out of the 5, where the first doctor say they fail, no, 2 actually pass, now the other one in the morning they fail. So it goes to tell you about, the delicacy of this whole thing and how, you understand, there's samples and interpretations, you understand, involving the MRI test can vary sometimes.
Now, Ibrahim Kamara, the team de Senegal, they don't say they don't re-qualified Saloon again. What are the latest with the team in terms of mental preparation and also other preparations? Because these are young boys, them all these things around them. You don't overage. What's in the latest now the camp?
No, the camp is very excited. The boys are highly excited. Yes, to be honest, when this news been coming earlier on, they were down because they don't prepare all this while the past couple of months getting ready for the tournament. Only for letting go say no, you are not going to participate because of A, B, and C. And that's if the action we then see from the Football Federation give them hope largely. You understand? So now that this good news don't come, then they don't bring in a lot of excitement within the camp, and the boys are very much determined and looking forward to participating. As a matter of fact, in the disqualification, we don't want to, you understand, it's about 3 countries will be disqualified. And after the retest, 2 of those 3 countries now qualified, but the one still remain, disqualified. We unfortunately in Guinea. You understand? We're sad about that because, you know, we're looking forward to a full break will compete. And so coming back to your question, the boys are really up on top of their gear, looking forward to the tournaments. You know, they've not been affected by this at all. At first, yes, they were down like Casino earlier on, but now that the good news don't come in, this don't crank them up, and they're all excited and top of their situation and looking forward to commencing the tournament.
We get foresee the FA in any way ask Wafu for compensation.
Say that again.
We get foresee any compensation from Wafu to the country or to the FA or to the players, or when I get for ask for any apology?
No, not really. It's not part of the rule. I mean, football gets laid down rules. As a matter of fact, you know, challenging the results of the MRI test on your players are part of the statute. We get right for do that, for ask for retest. And this is so because the NSSF no say these are medically related issues. Some of these things can happen. So it is provided for in Article 27(4) of the regulation we govern the competition. They make provision for that because they know say these kind of things, you understand, they can happen sometimes. So now that we don't challenge the result, and as soon as we did so, then welcome we with open arms, then conduct a retest we request for, you understand. So the only compensation that will bring me back into the competition, unfortunately, you understand. I mean, there is no provision for say they ask for compensation. This is football. It's not like other entities where sometimes will say, okay, this. No, it is football. You understand that we don't follow the procedure, and they don't respect the procedure, and the professionalism has been shown really clearly, which is something that we're, you know, extremely happy about.
So what thing will happen to the three boys them way past the age?
Okay, so they're going to be sent back. They have to come back down to Sierra Leone. You know, whereas they want to then go there for continue with the competition. But we will see. Maybe, you know, the president and the executive committee will decide for say, okay, let us have them there. At least let them be there for observe the tournament or for witness the tournament, as the case may be. You know, but they're no longer part of the competition. They're not going to participate at all.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim Kamara. And at the head of media and marketing.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Yes, and at the head of media and marketing for the Salon Football Association, Ibrahim Kamara, they talk to me, said that interview, we say it confirm say the news way being come from the West African Football Union Wafu Zone A organizing body for SECA, we then say 5 of Salon under 17 players then pass the age where the rule say when the number don't pass 3, then for disqualify that country, then being request for a second test, where according to the second test, 2 of the 5 players them they within the age where make Salon don't come back now the competition, and according to them the 3 way over age then go decide whether they go to Senegal for witness the competition or then go send them back home. The program na Good Morning Salon in the country from 98.1 FM, and the time for me studio clock now almost 8 o'clock, but we want to welcome now the program Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullah, in the Executive Director, National Sport Authority, we now government agency in charge of sports now the country. Good morning, Doc, and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Good morning, Musa. Good morning, listeners.
You don't get from Ibrahim Kamara, the head of media and marketing at the Salon Football Association, and this news now one way being done Canada media, and just a turnaround don't come just in 10 hours later. As Executive Director for the National Sport Authority, NSA, what will I make up of the entire issue we get to do with the national under 17 now Senegal?
Well, thank you very much for that question. As you know, the National Sport Authority in responsibility to regulate sporting disciplines and ensure say then do waiting correct. So when the news come, the SLFA immediately notify we, say this is a sad development, and we get a very lengthy conversation with the Secretary General and then the President. Both of them, they're out of the country, and we agree, say we for immediately petition the we for appeal the decision about it. So we think, say firstly, it's unfortunate that the situation happened. But we're also aware that before the team left, they do medical tests, they do the MRI scan, because we've been partly involved in some of their decisions. And like what Ibrahim said, ECOMED is a very respectable, recognized, standard medical institution. So once they cleared those players, we've been believed saying nothing enough will happen. So when the decision was taken, we were very suspicious about it. We were suspicious about something had gone wrong. If you also notice within the go on, in the sub-region, you got countries them where they have the habit of accusing us of age cheating. One, Liberia. Every time we and then they into a tournament and they are beaten, then they accuse we of age cheating, with or without proof. And the thing that they are good at is that they quickly go on social media and write on their websites them so people can easily access them. This don't happen. You mentioned the issue of 2001. You also mentioned when Star Sports, there's also the issue where Star Sports go Turkey. You don't go to Liberian teams, and once them beats them, they jump on social media. There's also an issue on the under 20. We go beats them inside Liberia, the last tournament. Quickly, they don't take one player away and say, oh, he get too age in the system, which they found out were not true. So I think we all in the sporting sector are very worried and worried about this. But it's unfortunate that, firstly, Wafu gave for take a hasty decision without doing a second medical opinion. Because everybody would tell you, say, if you go somewhere and they say you get a deadly disease or you get a symptom of something, you always go seek a second opinion. When you do this, you're destroying the reputation of a nation, of a people. And then young boys, and they go through a lot of trauma. A happy way, there's actually, the media man of SLF say the boys are recovering and then they're in high spirit, and I hope they will be in high spirit. But it was quite disappointing. We followed the legal channels we needed, and the results are very good. We are excited about it. But I don't think we should just stop there. I just this morning get a text message conversation with a couple of the SLFA officials that I know we should put in a strong worded letter about this and this reputational damage within the put on the country.
Now, in-house, the country, this the entire issue that has to know to the first thing this is happening for Salone. So from the sport authority side, what need to be done?
Well, one of the things we don't insist on, but also one of the things where I know say the SLFA they do now, the online registration system. We also they try for wipe away age cheating in the country. So just yesterday, I mean the deadline for the Premier League clubs them register them players them. And when you register the players, you have to bring the birth certificate and then passport or ID. Women say other institutions then for don't check the age and verify them. But once you register this player into the system now, you don't change in details anymore. It can no longer change. Because within there happens sometimes, you find it difficult that clubs then they're not sabi these players. Player will come is here old 15 when he's 19. Maybe he looks small, and Sierra Leonean players are naturally very small players. And then you have no means of verifying it. So CAF and FIFA has built the system where all countries they go through, and I think Sierra Leone they go through that. So we at the NSA have been very insistent on sporting associations for meet international standards. You have to work towards meeting international standards. In fact, this year we did get what you would call, we do a categorization, a grading system. So organizations already meet some good governance mechanisms, where they requirements, where they grade A, B, C, and D. And these are some of the things that we look into. When you default at the international level, whether you default, whether it was correct or not, whether you get all of this check mechanism into it. Because we take particularly everything serious we get for do with international reputation for sporting disciplines.
We still get the executive director for the National Sport Authority Authority with Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, and today inside the program they look at the issue of the U17 national football team with the Senegal. When news been come out on Sunday from the West African Football Union, WAFU say 5 of the players them over age, and we mean say they may play this competition, and according to the rule, and if you don't pass 5, therefore disqualify the country. But after appeal from the FA and other authorities, they've been do a second test, which I the penalty now only 3 of the 5 players them pass the age. Well, this now we focus of discussion within the process of recruitment and within the country need for do now for avoid the kind tier. We, as I mentioned, we still get Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi. I want to welcome now the student Pa Ali Sise and a sport journalist. Good morning, Pa Ali, and welcome to the program.
Good morning to you, Musa. Good morning to listeners and viewers.
Okay. And we come to you, Pa Ali Sise. We don't look at the issue of the national U17 na Senegal. And earlier on Sunday, news come say 5 players over age. Now they're saying 3. According to the rule, if you just get 3, you qualified for play. But if you're above that, you're not qualified for play. The issue of age, now we junior teams them. What do you make up of them as a sport journalist?
Thank you. I think this issue not only West Africa, even the CONSAFA, where within the Southern Africa region, themselves get the same issue of teams there where then be disqualified. Teams like Botswana, Comoros Island, Eswatini, and Zimbabwe. These are the teams that will then be disqualified based on the MR scan where themselves be do. I want to let people understand the MR scan is not about age over age or whatever. They get 6 categories. It's unfortunate that the Sierra Leone Football Association know they are for let we all know the grounds of appeal after we get the news. Say or it will not be get the right number. Some saying 5 players, some saying 8, 10, whatever the case may be. Only late last night we get the news say they don't win the appeal. So one of the grounds of appeal. When they appeal, you get the grounds where they appeal on. You right appeal one challenge the MR scan done by the Confederation of Africa through the WAFU Union A, or when they argue say no. The 5 or what players then are the so no grounds of appeal. But despite that, we look at the situation as it is. If it's the case they don't win the appeal, is well and good. But again, you see this 19 way FIFA bidor passed long ago on this MRI scan. Not about age cheating as I say, it's about the bone category. We get the different categories then within the bone side from stage 1 to stage 6. With stage 1 they already tell you saying at the 100% the kingdom. But if you know say this player in passport age now something like 16 years of age, take am saying age now 16, you already start as a federation. The way one go do the MR scan, they put her under 13 categories. There categories say then go 17. So the bone now in the region of the different stages of now we take at least now at least as FIFA we don't come with this MR scan. Always they take the all national federation forget a CAF experts if you employ an expert in from CAF, or if you want to do because the accusation with CAF doggy say before you go you do on your own country first, but they call to CAF so one do this MR scan for we under 17 because for the male side no more woman they not accept the woman side because due to the woman they go they look at them situation so woman quick it all seeing time all those so don't fall within that category and make you watch woman not depend this MR scanner only for the male category. So when you want to do you always they call on CAF or say one do or you get so when a CAF medical expert for day. But what I made for understand this Sierra Leone Football Association, so Ibrahim say and Mayan had the experts. Whenever they want to do is always for the day with the football association. But little did I know that we came as a surprise, as I said, and just take get a recommendation from these 2 individuals before they go do this MR scan. Irrespective of they don't win the appeal, whatever. But this not for be a news way for we don't come out say Sierra Leone has been disqualified with the other country based on these issues we come up. And CAF deliberately communicates with the WAFU region A, say well, now with all the tournament first. Based on this situation, because now up to 3 countries, if it happen at the CONCACAF area, the USAT, so then back raise an appeal for say no, what appeal on this? Because the final say this MR scan the machine not to all countries get them because you talk about 1.3, 1.5, the 2 different machines there, but the 1.5 in CAF always give the goals. So we don't look no more at the grounds of appeal. The SLFA say they appeal on which category or which grounds of appeal. Who for get more in depth into this, but really it's a very good one with FIFA don't institute. This is now the second or third time I made for understand. In 2021 also under Coach Tito, Sierra Leone also failed MRI scan for the national under 17. Even Mohamed Kalo when he was giving, in fact, it will be worst. All of them, now only two normal, will be under the Aisha Juan, so we just come into administration. He was given the task by Mohamed Kalon for take over the under 17. He also, but under the Dadiama administration, now the second term is 2021 and this 2024 we will get this. But the third we get the best result so far. It was in 2019 where they began, everybody will be passed through the MR scan.
Pali, this now marginal pass from Sierra Leone as even with them is in a 5 to end up be qualified. We get reinstated again for play this one. You don't talk about how the experts they will get not be able for get things right or do things as it's supposed to be. What in this mean now for the camp, especially we now young boys them, and you don't get they're able for day together for 5 months, and now then they go play, and 3 of them players them not get for deal with them as way for play this competition.
Yes, I think me first of all maybe say enough fear enough. Although not in all cases the majority can be always then at the right side, because if you go do MRI scan for 20 players, 5 fail, they go disqualify the whole team. I see and say it was not a just something. Make it say and say FIFA or CAF, whatever the case may be, not do just to football, because they say they institute this MR scan for fair play and fair level playing ground according to FIFA or they become this MR scan. If that is the case, if you get 20 individuals that would not go for this MR scan, you just get 5. Because of that, when I say the regulations say all disqualified, similar thing they do to the CONCACAF area where 4 teams, the Zimbabwe, they all be disqualified, 4 countries. But we not say and say it be justifiable. But for country question, I think first of all, it all less the morale at the camp. Because maybe they ask say they follow the social media. We know now the trend of social media, it all go via Sierra Leone have it disqualified, some parents they will get them picking, though they make some calls then, though they should be worried. Even the players them, it is should. Because watch at the age, they are minors. If you are one of matured players, one of the getting kind use that from certain thing, it they demoralize the camp. So with this kind of situation, we hope so get the technical know and the expert them for able to talk to them, make them understand, make them still get the zeal and continue for progress in the tournament. But really, it will be something negative on the side of the players. Yes, 3 or 4 are going to return. That is well and good. But again, the remaining players, hope so they get the number we were able take the competition down and able to talk to them, but yeah, made a series in and focus in the competition.
The issue of recruitment, Usa Salon for starts. The issue of age, Max Youssef mentioned, failing the MR test, no to today. What side for starts?
I think first of all, you see, thank God we get the executive director here, Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullah of the National Sports Authority. They are there to regulate, control, and supervise sports. See what you may then get the gun, now then get everything information so obey the direction. Now he's here. There are times when some of the journalists maybe take under my honors and my program say banning the schooling because of hooliganism. It was not good by any government to be take that kind of decision. It be rather unfortunate. You cannot say because of hooliganism in sport you go ban. You see the other countries they have hooliganism, but because of the mechanism they put, they're able to minimize that. You're not able to eradicate hooliganism in sport. No way. I bet anybody. The reason be bad. The reason being is going with emotion. So when the Bobo be they play this school league, then I'll be the best side would be the sport them when they are young, catch them when they are young. The school league will know the history of Sierra Leone, the Naimika did before the banks we are spotted in school league. Take today, say what you may pick you 11 years, it don't go from 1. Say what you may. Pick you 11 years, you don't go from 1. Now today, we receive the whole 17 years, they sit the worst SS3. So you find out, say, when you go to the schools, you will get the right age. Thank God the Ministry of Education don't do something very good now. When picking the for CD Becker, you must send a birth certificate, you send a school result. Should say they must watch, and so within that category, you get able to get the right frame of players. I think that they would miss. Let's go back to the schools and make sure so through the physical education of all the school department will go back to the schooling.
We come to the executive director for the National Sport Authority, Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullah. Idi, you don't listen to Pali in statement. You talk about school league, and also when you come to you plan them. You talk about when you come inside as Executive Director for National Sport Authority, you make mention, say, under your leadership, any every category of sport for the play, so that people then go to get aware about their sports and before we get for the give support, and the school league for long term now done they on pause. What are the plans?
Well, thank you very much. The National Sport Authority, together with the Ministry of Basic Education and the Ministry of Higher Education, don't get several meetings about, recommencing the school league at the primary and secondary school levels. One of the things we work on for ensure we get the league early and get them peacefully. So once we start next year, we'll continue. I want to gladly say from next year we'll begin for play at all levels. We will play the inter-varsity, we will play the secondary school league and the primary school leagues. It's not just about football; it's about other sports then also. So we all prime the wait for the completion of the national stadium. We really go help with all of these details where they go on stuff.
Okay. Earlier asked about the issue of recruitment. Now, the different categories then for the national team, especially the junior, because now they get age limit. What in the NSA they do now? Yusuf, when you start for talk, mentioned examples of the concerns from other countries about age, other things them, and Palis have give history of the MRS scan and how players them done the film. What in the NSA they do as authorities in charge of sports for ensure say recruitment na then area be done in a way that we Salone no go face issues like this?
So firstly, I think I don't mention that in detail. We don't get a lot of conversations with the Sierra Leone Football Association about making sure that they meet international best practices and they meet international standards. We also get regulatory mechanisms and frameworks where we take action if associations then fail for meeting standards. And the SLFA so far has been very compliant with the directives and the policies where we get at the NSA. As a government regulatory body, we business now for ensure sport is governed effectively, and the people then where they participate and the one that we deserve to participate. On the issue of age cheating, this is not something where they're all over the world. Probably been the try to explain some of the issues where happen at the COSAFA, Southern African region, and the CAF Secretary General been explain the issue, say, and I think maybe that's where the mistake is made. You say, if you want to do MRI scan, CAF not then they recommend the certified medical institution. We then recommend them. Once then do the test, CAF not they get calls for doing again. And it's the thing is the issue about MRI scan, we also get to be very cautious about because it's very inconclusive sometimes. Sometimes you will see somebody where you actually know this person is 19, 20 years. We then go and say, oh, MRI scan say he's under 17. So not a thing where we get for beat people for. And if you look at across the region, over 10, 15 countries don't get problems with them. And some of them don't appeal and then don't reverse their decisions. The COSAFA decisions have been Zimbabwe, Eswatini, Botswana, and several other countries, and they will then be disqualified on that basis. Even this one, when you talk about Sierra Leone, you get Guinea-Bissau, Guinea, and other countries. So it's not just one country. So until we're very certain that the MRI scan is globally the same, we will stop having these problems. Then they're not even for stop we as a country for take caution. So what we need to do now, when the Peking go school, we're taking details and record them in a very retrievable database, not a paper where them go cherry and make other one in a system where protected. So when that became that bubble, they don't big, they want for play, they don't begin play football. You can easily trace his age. and then you can solve some of this. And one of the things we really try to do with the school leagues in terms of whether or not football and basketball, capture the age here from the school level, and also try for triangulator with the other state institutions. Then, so we not get into this situation. It will take us some time to do this, but we have to do it.
Now, we look at the different institutions. Then we get the NSA, Ministry of Sport, we're not the supervising body. We get the other sporting disciplines, even not limited to football alone. Then we get the NCRA, where they register now ages. Then with the NIN number, and also we get the Education Ministry. What think will be the level of collaboration between NS and the institutions here? So forget the rights. Age for different categories.
A lot of collaboration. So NSA is an agency under the Ministry of Sport. So everything NSA is created by the NSA Act. The NSA gets statutory powers, regulatory powers, where they carry out on behalf of the Ministry of Sport. So we are on the same page on what we do. The Ministry of Basic Education and the Ministry of Tertiary Education. Now we and then they collaborate because they cannot organize sport. Any sporting event without the NSA. That's what the law say. The NSA get for approval, they get for being involved, the NSA get for make sure that they spell things out. So we don't get a lot of collaboration. Which we really just need to do, it's the NCRA. The NCRA is an independent body. When you enroll now for take the vital statistics of citizens, and once they capture that, and it's verified, and that system is trusted, then that is what we'll all work with. Because now, for example, if you go begin for work for one government entity, then they pay you, then give you your NIN number, then put it on the system. If you get another job, you know, resign, where you go for another salary, then they pay you. Because the system, they pick them up, say, this NIN number is getting money from this consolidated funds. So that NIN number is very important for both the young and the older people, so that we'll be able to determine, because NIN number, not like when they say in America, you get social security number, any say where you put on, it pop, which history all they come up. So I think the NCRA now the main crux of this age issue. Now then get for be the go-to institution. And the NCRA over the years has been building this system. Then get challenges, but I think Dr. Mr. Masakoi and the team then do a great work. I remember before elections there were a lot of issues about would I go vote, would I not go vote. All of this is determined by them. So for we from the NSA point of view, Ministry of Sport, NSA point of view, we're business now for bring everybody on the table and say this is how we are going. This is the rules, or these are the rules. We get for ensure say people meet the age, and then age again for be verifiable from many other sources. For that we'll move forward.
Continue for stay with me inside the program. Dr. Emmanuel Safar Abdullah, Executive Director, National Sport Authority. Before we go for break, we can to Pa Ali CC. Pa Ali, what's in the way forward apart from the school league where you mentioned for put an end to this age issue and get the right age for different sporting disciplines?
Yes, thank you. And before I come to the way forward, I hear the ED, they make some brilliant points here. You see, talk about international best practice for law comply. Like me always I can say whenever they go program, see a need for the follow international best practice. But we are the talker, we not the implementer. If you follow this situation, we want to put it per national disgrace. So they send a circular to all national federations. You see, I don't know how the NSA and the other sporting discipline are collaborating. Yeah. You will come and talk, but will not see something like this. For example, now CAF be send a circular to all federations. Say the first one for do, una formation una do the MRI scan on a country before una the left for go. And what una they do if you not get any FIFA or CAF medical policy we approve now secretariat, una write a request to CAF. CAF will send somebody in their own expense. Why did the SLFA fail to follow international best practice? You see, I say unfortunate that they are not here this morning for let we able to highlight a lot of issues. CAF make it clear. He said, okay, not on our money. Why is one we just right there? Because we are member of CAF. This all money cut by our own subvention. Say una send, una request, una ask for somebody who go send an expert for CAF monitor. So they go guide una. I mean, most countries we do they go through. They also CAF just said a circular say based on the ugly situation will be happen in 2021, whenever we qualify for the under 17 and Morocco, CAF will give a guidelines to all federation. You see what they don't the coach so big one make so, and Safar Abdullah as the executive director, Doctor he don't tell we say sport is a multi-billionaire project. Yeah, sport na money. I'm surprised why now we didn't know that. Who they follow international football, we know say or sport now big money. And also when you look at how things they happen, now the school league once year and one of the way forward, but not to overplay school league. Today, I be the happen where we get two gentlemen there the Minister of Education Abibullah late and also Said Conte. They get, for example, if they get the athletics, for example, called intersect. They get people from the Sierra Leone Athletics Association. They have technical people employed by the National Sports Authority, by them we call them Sports Council. Those experts or those technical people, they go to their sports here, they get time. Now they write, take down the details of their work. From there, they present them to the association, take them to the National Sports Council, by them what they call NSA. Football are the same thing. Don't for go play school league because one go play school league. How we go able to monitor and take the names of their young possible so that we go present them for a future be a future athlete.
So, Pali, in this situation, you think say the FA no perform their role? We make at least at the end of the day, earlier them 5 players been go out and later now they say that 3 finally don't pass the age way the FA register for this competition.
Yeah, what it happen so now the Football Association, we all that disciplines they will fall short in all of international best practices, will not comply. You see, compliance now we lack now we country. Even with the work with the National Federation, we'll get people to spend money for them, go over there, go watch, go study. When they cannot even implement half of what them go see in other countries. You understand? Eh? So the SLFA has fall short because CAF just said it's circular. Say, we do this MR scan, we do enforce now in our country, but if we
but then do I'm not recommend.
Did they have the CAF approved experts? The answer is no. I don't want to name names here. We know. I say, unfortunately, we cannot measure an institution now. They are not here to defend whatever allegation or situation may go against them. I want to take the name of ECOMED out because they are not here for fear of level playing field. The SLF also know they now, but there was no CAF approved medical possible for them for monitor. You can go to the institution, the ECOMED, whatever. They have the required machine where you talk about 1.3, you get the 1.5, and you get the different stages there. That stage is 6 no mean say the player away there now over age. I make similar example. You know what make the woman they don't do ever? Because there is natural for woman. Woman in menstruation cycle it affect the development in terms of the age density. That make you want 16-year-old girl picking, you go see I'm saying more mature, more developed past 16-year-old boy picking. Not about them bone, not about the age. You look how they grow, the growth and the affect the development. And make they know to do woman by that MR scan. You're unfortunate now. The ECOMED no there for instance which kind of machine and how they do this because they say even at the wrist bone now you left hand now they do the MR scan. So it's not about age, it's about bone category. So these have already passed. We hope that the NSA is here. Let them just say the international best practice for they apply to this compliance.
But it's not the first time where they do this then test here na saloon. The last time 2021 they do a saloon, do a Guinea, but go Senegal still go fail.
If I tell you what happen, as we speak now, go beyond the news. Guinea, the only machine them get, it don't pack up. Even the same Guinea, now Senegal and go do the MR scan. You get countries that only will get a machine. The machine, I can get all kind of mic or camera, but I need the most camera we go pick with all na the studio or na the scene how they do. So you can have different machines, but the machine will CAF they required. If it be there 1.5, and when you do them, if you get a CAF approved medical person where they come for monitor that situation, it go advise una before una take off now in our country for go the tournament. So this is what it happen, but it's unfortunate that this now we have to talk. You say na the papa, na the host, na the NSC, not about their only meetings upon their document upon documents. We need to what to call implementation. If not, I might have the government job will spend money no more. We need to see any progress for sport. I will say it is government of Sierra Leone. I spend a lot of money. I want to say kudos to them in terms of developing sport. They don't try. Now the NSA do rebrand, do change from events management now to what we call sport development because we are seeing that they are trying to encourage all sport in discipline. But how can we achieve the resources spent by government in this discipline without proper compliance from international federation?
Now, time for look at some of the messages here. So, Jaffa?
Yes, this one say the day I'm not surprised at this conundrum. We're definitely not honest within ourselves because the truth is we have capable boys within the age bracket who can deliver very well.
More messages them from Mystic Nadwazak. They say, in as much as Wafu have reversed their decision, I think the technical team should build up the mental well-being of the players, more so when they were torn down. They need to be focused and ensure they give their best. Good luck to the team. For Mystic Nadwazak.
Okay, and this one they come up from Aruna and Wellington. They say, "Till now we not able to know the player them were involved in this age teaching issue, and if the team not perform, who that way for blame, the technical team or Wafu?"
This one say, "Good morning, Radio Democracy. I'm happy you have hosted the executive director of NSA. My concerns are: one, I want to know whether NSA have identified fields where sports meet will be organized by our school pupils in Freetown. Secondly, sir, you started with your sports basket. How far have you gone in establishing this sport basket? Because I was expecting you to have signed MOU with HRMO and wages and salary compensation concerning the basket fund." This now from Aruna na Wellington.
Okay, and this one they come out from Amadona Brookfields. They say, how much couple government or NSA support the U17 team with?
This one say, "Please send us update on the National Stadium rehabilitation status," from James from Canigo.
And this other one, they say, West Salon no don't they follow international best practice? How the NSA go react to this so that it not go happen again?
This one from Joseph Adeshola Brand Beckley in our Facebook page. They say, "Until we become honest to ourselves and as a country, we will never grow. Parents, players, regulators, laboratory technicians, birth and death are all guilty of submitting wrong age."
And this one, they come out from Ozilna Banlin. They say, if say waiting need for be done now with all them kind of issue that we're happy with Salon team.
From Big Alish now Facebook page, they say, "Now from school leagues we get players, we go participate in different categories in our sporting sector."
And this other one, they ask, say, where the executive director don't talk about school league for start next year. Is the country ready for this?
This one from Macten and New Englandville. They say SLFA strongly contested this decision, asking organizers to provide the names of 5 players involved and requesting retest, pointing to their pre-test result conducted at the Freetown's ECOMED Advanced Medical Diagnostic Hospital. This facility has a strong record of reliable tests, previous certified by CAF in 2020 and 2022, with no discrepancies from Macten and New Englandville.
And this one, they come up from Go Roji. They say, "I don't know when Africa have that advanced technology to detect age. Even the one in the West is not accurate. It is just a guesswork. A lot of African playing in the West do same age reduction, but it is never detected.
This one from Abubakar Rashid now Facebook page. They say, "Now from school league, the big club them been they take player them from. Don't the national team take from the different club them? I wonder how then go pick player them now without school league." This is now from Abubakar Rashid now Facebook page.
Yeah, and this other one, they come up from Alusain na Wilkinson Road. They say the public still the demand for best practice from the U17 team and let them follow the U20 team will be perform very well in Liberia.
The last one from me for now, because of time. They say my concern has been the innocent boys over there, their mental state, and I pray it doesn't affect their performance in the competition. From Big Alish. Well, we then text message them now with Facebook page, and also now with 0779819819 line. We can to studio guest them for respond to them. We can to Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullah, the Executive Director, National Sport Authority, NSA.
So thank you very much. A couple of questions. Very interesting questions. First and foremost, the National Stadium. I've been explained this several times on the radio. The Chinese then be asked for an extension of the time for complete the main bowl to next year June. because we've been asked them for do seats. The initial contract not being get seats, and then when we do the renovation, if you not get seats, you still not going to meet CAF and FIFA standards. So they may ask. They also be agree with, we say by November, they're going to run down all the other parts of the stadium. We're going to include the practice field, the hostels, the swimming pool, and other play system. The other question we very important are the field them for the competition. So you can get boku field them what they use across, even for the Premier League football and also for athletics. Most of the schools them so you can get field them from Bo to Kenema to McKinney, and you field them who can use. If we don't get Frappe College field, you get other school field them where we can also use for track and field. So we get quite a number of field them, and with the hope, say, based on the schedule, that by in November end, we don't get the practice field, we get a 4-track facility. We also do athletics. In terms of the basket funds, we don't take a very bold step with the basket fund. We don't already draft the regulation. We go bring and come into effect legally, but at the same time we don't begin to look at funding. So when we play against when we play with 2 last games in Liberia, the funds that we'll get from the gate taken don't form part of the beginning of the basket fund. We also don't begin to talk to telecommunication companies them about how we go fundraise. So it's a gradual process. Very soon we will sit down with the stakeholders. When I say stakeholders, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Sport, National Sport Authority, NRA. Then we work out a means whereby the basket funds will get funding. They go interim every month. So it's ongoing. It's a long process. Government no support financially the U17. This is why you see we're very careful of what we say. Government in main role now for support the bigger team, so most likely will be the home base team we get for go play, and then you get the national team, Leone Stars, when a government responsibility. Then sometimes also we can come in and support the U20. Below that, normally CAF and FIFA they support that. I think the other question whether Sierra ready for school league. I don't know what that mean, but I know say there has been quite a number of problems with school league. We need to work around that. We're not for mortgage school league where they develop talents in the country for anything. Violence and other things that we're able for curtail them. We're able for ensure say we able to raise awareness. We got a control system. The police will be available for able to take the necessary decisions them and actions we go stop them. So yes, I think we are ready for get school leagues or get inter-secondary school athletics competition. Partly been to talk a couple of things. I don't think you can just blankly or blatantly say we've been talking and not implementing. I don't think that's fair on our part, because everyone is trying to implement things. We try to push things forward. It takes time to coordinate. So the issue of MRS can not fall within government. We can pass instructions and then SLFA do them, and SLFA for follow the instructions. And if they don't, we can reprimand them. But in terms of age, it not fall on one person. Most people reduce their age in Sierra Leone. People will go sit down now, they talk, they holler about the country. These are people who don't reduce their age for remain in public service. Some people don't reduce their age when they go college. Some people who they don't know their age, because we not be don't get a standardized system. So it will take us time to really get to it, but we have to take conscious effort. The other issue where you say, we don't just play school league. I mean, this is self-contradictory. If you don't play school league, how do you identify it? You get for organize the school league with the schools, with the institutions, with the police, with the NSA, and then with the Ministry of Basic Education. Then we not organize them. But the school league is not supposed to determine age. the schools are supposed to register the students and know their date of birth and their age. When they were able to triangulate with NACRA, you know, when we come in, you see a good player. All you need to do is wait in an age. The other thing is the NSA gets the technical people where the National Sport Council being get. They are still there. Once the time come for this school league, then people they enroll them now for go and then school league places and make sure then they and they able to identify their talents and
thank you very much for joining me in this edition of the program, Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi. As beginning at the program, they talk about the issue around the national U17 Senegal. We would be come on Sunday from Wafusi. They don't disqualify Salon from this competition because of age issue, and release Como just yesterday. Let's say Salon don't requalify back because 5 of the players them with NBC then past the age now, only 3 of them, and within according to the Wafu rule then for play the competition, hence they no reach 4. Well, Alice, you say you don't get text messages them, you respond to them as we round up the program.
Well, it's unfortunate that the issue when it come up now, where the program they round up, because I get the executive director say me bluntly. I know what you are talking about implementation. Yeah, international best practice. There is a lot of issues within sports where people they talk about international best practice, which is not implemented. I'm not talking about NSA as an institution. You are there to monitor, supervise the sporting disciplines, but we'll leave that for another day. Then 2, also the school league talk about age. The time when I'm carrying them be play, band school them be play, we be get this the national civil registration. No, but we no say that the way person go school. In 10 years, you able to determine class amos or formamos id. It happen at Sierra Leone now. I cannot do a birth certificate for that. You don't know, say, for one picky them, 70% of them, then they are 11 years of age in Sierra Leone today. Yeah. So what I'm saying that you have the technical people when they play them school league. I'm not talking about age, but just they make a general conclusion. When I can go to the school league, let them what the various school Edwards they play against PO today. When they want starting players them. Now that the sports council every day for Tradi, when they take they get themselves. When I get people who they for football, athletics, those are the people who they under the National Sports Authority. Then also, Mr. Safa Abdullah, I think you always see the technicism, those are all coming for you. Thank God, one of the biggest things we don't do now for transform the NSA from an event management to a sporting development now. Because the NSA, I don't know, organizing, when you start the play, they go to delegation, take money, then travel and blah, blah, this. But creating sports and recreational facilities is the responsibility of a government through your authority. So thank God the stadium at the Candon, then the Bo Stadium is the only athletic stadium will get now the provinces. We hope so now we will do things better now because they are able to be the play, they become more useful. Now they are not using it, so they are. We hope so now continue like that and make things good.
We will spend time look at sporting facilities in the country as the national stadium still under reconstruction as you get from the NSA us and it don't give status of the national stadium. We go look at sporting facilities in the country. Please thank you for una joining us in the edition of the program. Palace is a sport journalist, Dr. Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, director. The Executive Director, National Sport Authority, and earlier we will get the Head of Media and Marketing at the Salon Football Association, Ibrahim Kamara, online. We're not able to join we now the studio. Plenty thank you for joining us at the edition of the program. Good morning, Salon.